I just want to take some time and explore a little video journal, explore some topics of conversation, some thought. So, hello, welcome, and enjoy. The last few weeks, I've been processing a lot of deep-seated childhood trauma. My life has been very unique. Not that nobody else has experienced a life with similar dynamics, but my life has been very unique as far as the place that I grew up in, as far as my identity within that space, and then my identity evolving through that space and in my family and everything. It just feels like it's been such a surreal experience, especially as an adult and navigating this world in this society, especially, again, the place that I am from originally, this lifetime. Such a unique place. In some good ways and in some really bad ways. A lot of unique trauma. A lot of unique societal dynamics because of the collective trauma. There's like this large bubble of rigidity and murk and just negative. It's a negative way of existing. I feel like for me it's very capitalistic, and there's a lot of limitations within it, within the mind of it. And then there's people that bond so deeply, and people that immediately become very good friends just because we relate to each other in a place where it's very difficult to find people like us, or where we're the minority in terms of essence, in terms of how we're willing to live and how we're willing to create in the world and what we want to see also in the world. I think the place where I'm from is very much like people are they see one way of being, which is again very capitalistic. It's this is the only way of living life, and then there's the religious aspect of it, and I don't know, it's just a whole thing, which I could go into. I'll probably make a video specifically addressing a lot of the societal dynamics of what it's like to be in this place and to live in this place, and why things are the way that they are. Not that I understand all of it, but I grew up here and I've, watched it and experienced it through a few lenses. So, anyway, I don't really want to talk about that anymore. So, what I want to talk about more is, maybe about childhood trauma. Childhood trauma is a very interesting, thing to have this. I know you all can see it, but it's a very interesting thing to navigate. In the beginning of me really starting to work through my childhood trauma, I was met with a lot of rage, or I felt a lot of rage within that, because I realized how much I'd been hurting through my life and how much I had suppressed that. How much I had suppressed that throughout my life. I was like a happy kid. I was a happy kid. I was the kid that was like helping all my friends who had anxiety, who had depression, who were self-harming, who wanted to commit suicide. I was helping all my friends through that. Which now, looking back at it, looks weird. It looks weird. Why? Why was this happiest kid, like, surrounded by so much mental illness? I don't even want to say mental illness. I'm reframing this because I understand it. I've been through it. I've been through it now as an adult. As a kid, like, I was so resilient. I am so resilient in general. That is the only thing that has kept me moving through my life and what it's been. Because it's been a freaking weird life. It's been a freaking weird life. Painful, confusing, but it's been beautiful because I've found strength in it. I've willed strength from within my soul. And I don't think my life has been that crazy, but it's just been like, I've been surrounded by so many people who think this way about my life or that way about my life. And it's just like, sometimes it's just I'd rather be simple than be a slave or be following something blindly. That's the thing I think that really triggers people about my life. Is more so that it's about actually discovering for myself, which is not always like, of course it's easier just to like do what somebody told you to do. Or, we think that's easier. We want that to be easier because it's safer. We don't have to think, we don't have to figure anything out. I just want to figure everything out, even if it, like, takes me crazy places. Like, I just want to know. Like, I want to know. So anyway, as I began to feel like how much my child felt so much pain, like, as a child, I would isolate myself because I didn't want to be involved in the chaos that existed within my home. And it was like an experience of me coping with how it made my nervous system feel. And at that time, I wasn't even like, I wasn't conscious to be like, okay, this is how I'm feeling in my body. I can't breathe. Let me just take a moment. Like now, it's like I can transmute that energy because I'm conscious. I can be conscious of what I'm feeling. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling really nervous and really anxious right now. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling very stressed because I'm thinking about this thing and I'm worrying about this thing. This fear of the future, this fear of that or this. Like, just letting other people's voices also become internalized within my own mind. And my point is, now I can, even though sometimes I get into my loops, like, I've been in loops today, been navigating loops today. So at least I can make sense of them. At least I can break them down. The challenge, which challenges are good. Challenges invite you to grow and to innovate. The challenge is to rewrite the loop, to create new neurological pathways, rather than this loop of this, and then the next day I'm thinking this. If you can dissect and reconnect, good job. That I think is the purpose of the work. That is the work, I think. The work in transformation, the work in transmutation. We become so conditioned, We become so conditioned to certain thoughts. We can spend the same, 7 days thinking the same 7 thoughts. And every time those thoughts make us worried, and they make us stressed, they make us anxious. So I'm going to do a little intermission, because I was just doodling, but now I need to regulate. We're going to do a little stretch sesh. This is something that really helps me navigate. Sorry I flipped the thing. This is really something that helps me navigate stress and big feelings, and just get tension out of my body. Whether that's me releasing joy from my body, or releasing stress, releasing whatever it may be. This is a good exercise, so let's do this. I'm going to do, let's see here. I remember. It's the Cosmic Tones Research Trio, and we're just going to play some of their music. I'll take you through what I typically like to do. I like to do this in the morning, at night. Just release. Beautiful music. Just move. It feels nice. Feels very nice. Oof. My knee. My knee's broken. Just kidding. It's not really broken. So we're almost at 20 minutes for this little vlog. Oops. Feels nice just to release tension. Often, yeah, our bodies carry our thoughts. Our physical bodies carry our thoughts. They carry our emotions. We store thoughts and emotions within our bodies, within our muscles. So, to release the body, to release from the body, releases the mind, releases us from the prison that the mind can be at times. It's really important. It's really important. Something I'd like to share. I'd like to share about the medicines of the body. The body carries within it medicine. Natural medicines that already exist. Natural sciences, natural functions, natural abilities that our bodies have to heal. Some of these, so it's going to be like stretching, acupressure, massage. If you think you can't give yourself a massage, you definitely can. And the body is built in a way that we can actually utilize it best within our own bodies. You can feel your body better than somebody else can. I will say, as somebody who knows the art of massage and enjoys the art of massage and touch therapy and how that works when giving that to somebody, I can feel where people have more tension or where people have certain specific tensions. I can feel it not only through their expression or through what they tell me, but I can feel it. I can feel it energetically. But to be able to do that for yourself is really important and really profound. That's been a big part of my healing, has been giving that gift to myself. Giving that gift to myself. Learning how. In this world, we're very encouraged to source our well-being externally of ourselves. It doesn't quite make a lot of sense. It makes sense to a system that wants to profit off of your own sickness, your distress, your stress, your burnout. But it's not sustainable. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's not sustainable. It's a system that feeds off of death, perpetuates death, because it's the same system that, poisons the food. People think it's food and they think it's not poison because it's food, but then the sad part is that a lot of these foods are poison. It's really sad. It's really a surreal thing that's a reality right now. People have lost touch with what nourishment means on all levels. This is something I want to talk about that's very significant. Yes, this is a very significant topic. The system, I like to say the system. I say it all the time. The system. I don't know whether I should say it's the system or the culture or people in power or what's the root? What are we really addressing right now at this time? The thing that I want to talk about is how this lifestyle that Americans have been taught to live and have been also forced into, basically. I didn't come here to live this way. I didn't. But you just come here, you're just born, and then people are like, Kate, this is how you have to do things. What? It doesn't actually make sense. It doesn't actually make sense. It's literally brainwash at its finest. Literally brainwash at its finest. People just be born, and you're like, yep, well, this is life. This is what it means. Hell no, this is not what life means. I've actually done my research, and I don't mean I read a book. I read some books, but I also actually went and lived my life, just to live, not to, make a profit and then, pay some bills or some shit. I don't know. My heart's really breaking, y'all. My heart's really breaking, and my heart is also very resilient at the same time and at this time, but it's heartbreaking. So anyway, what I'm going to address here is that in every way we're encouraged to disconnect from our bodies, and the very wisdom of life is held within the body. It's held within your understanding of the body and your ability to be guided by your body, because your body knows, your mind knows, your heart knows. We're so encouraged to step out. We always have to find stimulation in something else, like a screen. I know for me personally, when I go into this little tunnel, this suck tunnel of a screen, I disconnect from everything about my body. It's just my mind starts to go cray-cray. Getting sucked into this tunnel, I'm just consuming, my mind is just consuming thoughts. A billion thoughts. A lot of thoughts. At a very quick pace. And then I just start feeling tension inside my body. I start, sometimes, my stomach starts getting, I start getting, acid reflux if I just keep watching. It's just very distracting. It distracts us from the present moment. A while back, I like to go and play music in the community and to just feel and to flow with the music. I love it. And a few weeks ago, I was playing, and I wanted to make a video, kind of share with some friends on the internet, share with you on the internet, and I literally, for a second, just laughed at myself and laughed at how it was taking me away from the present. Because in that moment, I was playing music in front of 200 people or something. At least 200 people, I was playing music in front of a lot of people, just jamming, just vibing. And I thought how funny it was that I was pulled out of that moment by my phone, by my device, saying, oh yeah, you should post on the internet. And then I realized, I want to be playing music for real people. And I mean, not that you're not a real person, and not that there's not real people on the internet. I know I'm a real person that finds myself on the internet, being blessed by people's contributions on the internet. Okay? But I want to play music live. I love acoustic music. I think that music made with the supplies of wood and metal and skin, all these things comes together and creates a sound vibration that heals the body. Everything's about the body. Not everything. Everything is about the body. The body is the only thing you came here with. You only came here with one thing. That was your body. So anyway, live music. I want to play live music because I want that real vibration. I want to heal people with that. Or at least hold the space for people to heal, to feel, to just ride the ride, to receive those vibrations and those frequencies through the body, through the air, and through spirit. So, anyway, try to be present. Try to be present within your body. You will learn so much. Your view of life will shift so much. It might take the pressure off a little bit. All the pressure is meant to distract us. Anyway. There is an element right now within me of just sadness for the present state of many in the world. That being said, I strive to move with compassion, including compassion for myself, compassion with myself. I strive to regulate as hard as things can be. I strive to regulate. I strive to be more present within the existence I want to have and do have to a lot of extents within myself. Should be more present within that than to feed into the energy and existence of the chaos. Not that I'm gonna ignore it. I can't really ignore it. So anyway, that's all for now. That's all for today. I'm going to. Not gonna try. I'm gonna stop trying. I'm just gonna start doing. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll talk to you later, family. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. Especially if you're still here listening to this. Thank you for your presence and just being here. So anyway, talk to you later. Bye.